Gary.
Talk about elevating and linger. Jermaine Griffin says, well, if Kobe can't do it, maybe it's my turn to take over. I'm the second leading scorer on this team.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Mel from Queens. What's good, everybody? Got a guest here today, my boy Rich.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Everything's good, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. Yo, so how's everything, man?
Everything's good. It's good. It's work and family.
Yeah.
Work and family.
Did you get a chance to watch the game?
Yeah, I seen all of them, man. I'm a big Warriors fan. I'm not gonna lie, big Warriors fan. I know they win a lot. Big Warriors fan.
Yeah, man, that's dope, man. That's dope. What you think about that Miami game?
Man, that was good. They was almost lost it too at the last second because Boston, I think like 2 minutes ago, Boston took the lead with like a 3-pointer. I forget who made it, but like a 3-pointer. It was like I think 2 minutes to go, and I was like, oh man, they're gonna lose this one. And then Miami just took over after that. I think Bam needs to step up though. Bam needs to step up. Butler, for whatever reason, is kind of inconsistent. Lowry, I know he's been hurt, a little nicked up. I don't know if it's his knee or his ankle, but yeah, he got to step up too. And the role players, both teams really got to step up. There's a dude on Miami. I was watching the game. He has braids. I forget his name, but he's a guard, and he was definitely carrying the team. A little 5, 6, 7 minutes came in. He definitely carrying the team.
Yeah, and you know who came off too, man? Kyle Lowry had a big game yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I was happy at his performance. He was injured, you know what I mean, for the most part for a lot of the playoffs, and I think I was waiting for him to have that big game because when you look at big time, let me just say this real quick. We're gonna start like this. Jimmy Butler had an awesome performance last night. You know what I mean? I think that was an epic performance, and I feel like that's one for the books. But for him to top it off, they got to win the series. I feel like if they don't win the series, then it's just like, oh, it was like a wasted game because we didn't want to end it. You know what I mean? In 6. You know what I mean? So I feel like when you really look at the game right now, I originally picked Boston and Golden State in the finals.
Really?
Yeah. But my thing was, I felt like Miami could win. Yeah. Like it was like no thing. You know how sometimes people think that it's just like a flat out a team is going to dominate, right? No, that wasn't the case. I knew that the teams were evenly matched, and I knew it would be a tough series. So I picked Boston, but I knew for sure that Miami could win the series. Like, you know what I mean? So now, by me picking Boston, I'm a little nervous now because you going back to Miami, man.
Yeah, South Beach.
Yeah, you going back to Miami, man, and like, you giving players, so when you have players down, you want to keep them down.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if a player's not balling, he's not doing his thing, you want to keep him down. You want to keep him struggling. If he's injured, you want to make life. You don't want to give players life. Kyle Lowry found life.
Yeah.
What's his name? PJ Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He had a good game.
Yeah, he's a dog. Yeah.
And it's like, and one thing I was underestimating, right? I was looking at the Boston roster, and I was like, Tatum been to a conference finals, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, yeah.
So that chemistry alone, this is their third conference finals.
Yeah.
So I was like, because they got the experience. Now, we know that Jimmy Butler has been to the finals, even though he never won. But we got to remember, like, Kyle Lowry is a champion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? PJ Tucker is a champion
with the Bucks.
Yeah. So seeing them play last night, in my mind, it triggered that.
Yeah.
Because they wasn't playing too well before that. Tucker, he was doing his thing, but Kyle Lowry wasn't really doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What you think? What you think about that?
Yeah, this series is a tough one. To be honest with you, I can't even call it. Even at the beginning of the series to now, I'm still like, it can go either way. Miami got a good team, solid starters, good bench. Same thing with Boston, solid starters. I think this year Tatum and Brown are really doing their thing, especially Brown. Like he's always been like a unsung hero, so to say.
Yeah.
I think now though he's really like stepped it up, and people are like, okay, wow, he could really ball out.
Now, yeah. Do you put them on the same? Because I feel like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown like right there neck and neck. I don't feel like Tatum is that much better than Brown.
Okay.
I mean, he might take a few more shots.
Yeah.
But I feel like they neck and neck.
There is, yeah. I think it's like 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
I don't even say 1-2. I think it's like 1A, 1B. But not definitely. And Marcus Smart too, man. I love his game. Always respected him from college back in Oklahoma. He defensively, he's top 10. I think he's defensive player of the year, or all defensive team like almost every year.
Yeah.
And Al Horford, man, he's 35, 36, balling.
He been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I think 15 or 16 years.
Yeah, he's been doing this for a long time. And players like Al Horford sometimes get underestimated. A lot of times we always promoting the star, in which, it serves its purpose, because the stars, they get the big bucks, they get the blame, and they get the praise at the same time.
Of course.
But you need role players
to carry the team.
To help carry the team, you know what I mean? Like,
yes, sir.
Especially going back to Miami now. You know what I mean? A lot of times when you're on the road, you don't have the same energy from your role players.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit the road and role players, they don't show up, they don't perform. But going back to Miami now, man. Like Boston just put themselves in a
predicament.
A
situation.
It's trouble now, man. I don't, like I said, like I was really shocked last night. Now, I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked because I don't know. Well, should I get into that? I wasn't shocked because I felt like with the sports betting now. Okay. It's like I feel like the game is under control.
Gotcha. Now,
I'm like everybody was picking Miami.
Wait, you want to go there or?
Let's go there.
Let's go there. So you said with sports betting. You say what now?
I feel like, think about this. Like you're able, like even when they be promoting betting doing it, like FanDuel.
Yeah, FanDuel and DraftKings. Yeah, like the big two.
Yeah, they promote that during the game.
Yeah.
Like commentators, before the games. If you ever watch, like even if we watch TNT or ESPN, there's always some type of talk on it, right? So I feel like now it's easier for the game to be controlled, the game to be manipulated. And everybody probably was putting their money on Boston after that bad performance by Miami. Everybody was out there running, thinking it's over. Probably was throwing their money on Boston.
Yep.
And look what happened.
And they came back.
Came back, man. So I mean, you think it's just a chance? How do you think about what I mean?
It's definitely interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I've played FanDuel here and there. A couple of dollars. I don't go crazy. 1 game, 2 games, a lineup or 2. That's it. But it's interesting how it's also mentally frustrating when a player should do good and they do bad, and then you see a guy who you never even heard of drop 40.
Right.
Like, come on, what's going on here? Yeah. What's going on here? But I don't know. I mean, I think it's it definitely makes the game more interesting. It makes you more involved emotionally because now you've got money on it.
Right.
So it's more so than just rooting for your favorite player or your favorite team. Now it's, I got to win money. So you better, get this 40 and 10 rebounds and 5 assists.
Right. And that's the thing is like sometimes even with that, like you might be seeing like a blowout.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, this game is over. You know what I mean? And then somebody bet, because you get a chance to bet on the quarters, different things like that. So some people might think the game is over. Or they might want to bet on the team that's getting blown out. Next thing you know, the fourth quarter start. A team that's say like down 15 points, they go on a 30 to 15 run. Now the game is tied. Like, you know what I mean? And 30 30-0 run, and the game is tied. And then next thing you know, it's like the team that was getting blown out, they come out and win. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or say it's like a team is getting blown out at halftime. You put your money in the third quarter, you like, oh, this game is over. And the next thing you know, it's like, it's a done deal, man. It's a done deal. But I want to get y'all call. I got a special guest today, Richard. He's cool man. Yes, I know y'all be giving me, I'll be giving shout outs to God's Gospel Cafe. This is Sister Sharon's son. And he's a cool dude, man. And
yeah, shout out to my mom too.
Yeah, his brother gonna come. Yeah, exactly. His brother gonna come through. So we gonna talk sports with y'all today, man. I want y'all to give us a call, 347-410-8077. 347-410-8077. You talking to Mel from Queens, and I'm here with Richard right now. Richard right now. I got a question for you. So who you picking to win the finals?
Warriors.
Warriors? Why?
Yeah.
Why you picking the Warriors?
Whether they play Miami or Boston, I think Warriors and 6.
Warriors and 6?
And why I say that is because the team, like you mentioned earlier, the chemistry, that team's been playing with each other for 10 years at least?
Yeah.
The main guys, Steph, Clay, and Draymond.
Right.
About 10 years. I mean, you still got the top 2 3-point shooters in the history of the NBA on the team.
Yeah.
Injuries, not really. I think the only injury is GP, but he's like more of a bench guy, so it's not like much of a impact on the team as a whole. And defensively, they still do their thing, and they got the bench is crazy. The young guys, Kuminga, what's the other dude?
Poole?
Steph Curry Jr. Poole, yeah. Curry Jr.
Yeah, exactly.
Poole, man. I mean, he's like Curry all over again.
Now, here's my thing about that, because I don't feel like let me say this. If Golden State go against Boston, I feel better picking Boston to win that.
Now, why's that?
Because I feel like they have the length, they have the defensive players,
Okay.
they have the athletic players, right? Because this is how they can do. They can guard on the perimeter. They can guard Steph Curry. They can guard Klay Thompson.
Okay.
They can guard Andrew Wiggins. We forgot about Andrew Wiggins. And he's the number 1 draft pick. And you say what you want about Andrew Wiggins. He's not a bust.
No.
He's not a bust. He was a number 1 draft pick. And he didn't, supersede? You know what I mean? Or over.
Live up to the potential as a let's just say LeBron.
Yeah,
but
like a LeBron.
He's still a solid player.
But I don't feel like as a number 1 player, right? As a number 1 draft pick, if you have a consistent career, when you averaging 20 points a game, right? You probably ain't win no championship. Your team ain't go far, but that's not a bust.
Okay.
So we got to remember that Golden State still has a number 1 draft pick along with Poole, along with Clay, along with Stephen Curry, right?
Steph, and don't forget Draymond.
And
don't forget Draymond.
Now I like Draymond, right? But I feel like Al Horford could just shut Draymond down. He can't shut the passing abilities down because Draymond, that's what he do. But Draymond is going to spend the most of his game on offense at the top of the key, setting screens, picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Al Horford is not a shot blocker anyway. So I feel like through his length, he could switch on the guards, and he could stay on Draymond Green and make life difficult for him.
Now, when you think, like you said, when Draymond's at the top of the key or at the 3-point line, and Steph, Clay, or Poole are coming around that screen, and now you're forced to switch over, Al Horford's forced to switch on that man, you think he's going to consistently get that man? You think he's consistently going to get Steph?
I think that's how they built. I think Boston is built to switch. You got Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Al Horford.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like that's the best perimeter defense in the NBA. Outside of Miami. Miami's one as another great defensive team. That's why the games are kind of low. That's why you kind of get the highs and the lows every now and then. But I feel like that how could you like it's gonna be hard for Steph to get shots off. It's gonna be hard for Clay to get shots off. Not saying they can't, because they're great players.
And you gotta remember, it don't take much space for Steph, Clay, or even Poole, matter of fact, for that matter, to get a shot off. I mean, they just need a half of an inch, and they letting the thing go.
Yeah. And the good thing about it though is that I feel like Boston could switch. Miami could switch. Okay. Right? And let me get into Miami too, after we finish this. So I feel like because of that, and then you got role players, Williams, you got White, you got Pritchard or whatever his name is. Pritchard. Yeah, you know what I mean? So you got guys that don't mind coming in there doing the dirty work. They hit shots. They shot makers as well. So I always felt like the last 2 years, one of the biggest problems with Boston was their bench. Like when they was talking that trade, either Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, I never agreed with that because I'm like, they're not the problem. Build a bench up.
The bench is the problem.
Yeah, and I feel like adding Derek White, and I've been saying this for all the shows. I felt like he was going to be a big help. He came from the Spurs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you know what I mean. You know Greg Popovich, how he run things over there, and I felt like he was playing good for the years he was with the Spurs. So to bring him off the bench yesterday, he probably had his he probably had his best game as a Celtic yesterday, even though they lost. But that was one of his best games, and you see his potential, right? Yeah. So you can't count him out. You know what I mean? So you already got two superstars, and here's the difference between I would take Boston as well. Another reason why, because when you have one thing that made Jordan and Pippen so great is that you had two perimeter athletic players, and not only can they play defense,
great defense,
right? They play great.
Pippen was like defense player of the year a few times.
Well, Pippen, the thing is, Pippen, he was all defensive NBA, but he got robbed. Like, how can Pippen go to his career and never get a defensive player of the year award? That's why I be having like a lot of issues with these a lot of these.
And real quick, I think maybe because he was outshined by Jordan, and Jordan was also a good defense player, they kind of just said, we'll give it to somebody else.
But here's the thing. Well, Jordan, I think he got his defensive player of the year like in '88, somewhere around early on. Yep. But the reality is, Scottie Pippen was a better defender than Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Because he can guard more positions, and he made like difficult like. And here's a debate we're gonna have to have, because I feel like I don't really like the media awards anymore, like All NBA, because they be so biased. They be knowing like players that might be able to get a contract money, so they know if this player don't make All NBA first, second, or third team,
he's not gonna get his money. The
extra bonuses and stuff like that. So say it's like a reporter that don't like you, he can mess around with your money, right? I was just saying all that to say is because Scottie Pippen, to me, is top 3 defender all time in the NBA.
And who's the other two?
I would say Bill Russell.
Okay. And
I like Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
And then I would say like Hakeem Olajuwon, number 4.
Okay. So
I wouldn't. I feel like longevity wise, Hakeem was great defender. Of course, we know that. But my 4 would be Bill Russell, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. You know what? We just say my 5, my top 5. Okay. So my top 5 would be Bill Russell, no order, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Hakeem Olajuwon, and I don't know who the 5th person would be.
Now, what about Kawhi or Draymond?
I was thinking, I ain't putting Draymond. I ain't nowhere near. I ain't putting Draymond. Let me say this.
Draymond,
I think Draymond is a good defender, right? But he talks more. He talked more than what he actually produced, right? Like I've seen Rodman give like Shaq problems. Players What great player have you ever seen, like at his position? Have you ever seen Draymond Green make life difficult for him?
He had to guard Jokic.
And Jokic went to work.
I mean, Jokic's going to work on everybody. He's a 2-time MVP. But the point I'm trying to make is Draymond, he defends small guards up to the biggest big men.
Now, they say that, right? They be saying that. Now, he could switch off a small guard.
Yep.
But you're not giving. When have you ever seen Draymond Green with the assignment to guard the best perimeter player on any team ever? Outside of like LeBron, maybe like a small. I would give him a small forward. Right?
Yeah, small forward and up.
And down.
Small forward.
Well, which way
or
up
power
to
forward.
You? Which way up? Center or?
I'm looking at small forward up to center.
Okay. Yeah. So anybody from small forward to center, I could say Draymond could. Well, let me say this: power forward and center, he can definitely guard.
Okay.
Small forward, you can put him on them every now and then for a possession.
Yeah.
But if you telling me right now, you putting Draymond Green on Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James.
You don't think so?
Paul George.
Really?
It's a cookout, man. It's like
barbecue chicken at the cookout.
Yo, they going to work, man.
Extra sauce?
Extra sauce, man. They going to work.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he talked. Now he made a good play to win one of the games, right? Against Jokic. He got a block. So, but when you're talking about a player like Rodman, I've seen Rodman change the complete momentum of a game time and time and time and time and time again.
But one thing they have similar in common, Draymond and Rodman, is they talk a lot. And not only talk, but they talk some real aggressive stuff that's going to mess with your head.
Yeah. And the thing is with Rodman, though, it's like Rodman, he had years when he was like leading the league in rebounding.
I mean, I know he was with the Pistons before the Bulls. So I think he's leading the league in rebounding then.
Yeah, with the Bulls, right? And maybe with the Spurs. You know, he had a little stint with the Spurs.
Yes, sir.
And what people don't realize, when he played with the Spurs, that was like one of their best seasons. They didn't win a chip, but that was one of their best seasons. When he first got there, that was like one of their best seasons in franchise history, just adding Rodman that year. Now, don't get me wrong. He had some issues, so it didn't really work out in the end with him. But I just felt like the way he changed the game was more consistent than Draymond Green. I don't think Draymond Green is up there with those. Like I feel like Draymond Green does a lot of things well.
Okay.
Nothing great. Dennis Rodman was a great rebounder.
Yes. There's no denying that.
To me, Dennis Rodman was a superstar defender. Like certain players could be superstar players on the defensive end. I got of course you got Bill Russell. Even though Bill Russell will give you numbers and stuff like that, Scottie Pippen, and like Dennis Rodman. Well, I mean, like Pippen he does both. But I'm just saying, like Bill Russell. Sometimes people say because he averaged 15 for his career, they don't really look at him as a scorer. But people don't realize that Russell was one of the best at the time in the game. He could have scored more if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He wasn't like a skilled offensive player, but he had seasons where he averaged over 20 points. He had games where he had like 30 points in the finals and playoffs with 20-something rebounds and different things like that. But for the most part, he controlled the game from a defensive standpoint, right? And I feel like Dennis Rodman did the same thing.
So let me ask you a question, right? Let's say Dennis Rodman was in his prime right now. If you take Draymond off Golden State and replace him with Rodman, are they still winning the same?
They winning more. They winning more.
You think so?
Yeah, Dennis Rodman.
You think so? Because to me, I look at Rodman only defensively and with rebounds. What Draymond does, he's like a stretch forward, what they call it now. He pushes the ball up the court.
Right.
He's setting the screens. Rodman can do that too.
Right.
But I mean, the passing is I believe is light years above Rodman.
Well. And that's one thing Draymond. I respect Draymond Green because he is a good facilitator, right? So he is good with the offensive flow, right? But at the end of the day, it's just like, what's the word? And he, like I said, I don't want to make it seem like I'm disrespecting Draymond, right? I just don't put him up there with like certain players. Okay. So with Draymond, I feel like what he does is good, but if you don't have him, I feel like because they're so good. Like you can't stop Steph.
Oh no,
you can't stop
not.
Clay.
No.
So whether it's Draymond there passing the ball, like you can get somebody to kind of, set screen and make sure they get the ball. They're gonna get the ball. I feel like they're gonna get their shots off. I just feel like for example, when the Bulls they got swept by Orlando in the playoffs when Jordan came back.
Yep.
They got swept by Orlando. They didn't really have.
And that's with Penny Hardaway, right?
Yeah, Penny Hardaway, Shaq, that team, Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, right? So once they get swept, my bad, because they swept Orlando the following year. So let me clear that up. They didn't get swept by Orlando. They lost to Orlando, but they needed like a power forward, right? So Phil Jackson's words were, I needed somebody to fetch the ball, right? You put Dennis Rodman with Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, and Tony Kukoc, the team that just lost to this team, and now they sweep them. Yeah, they sweep the Orlando. If they don't have Dennis Rodman, they're not sweeping Orlando. Because I feel like Dennis Rodman, you can't stop Shaq, but he made life difficult for Shaq. It's moments in the game where Rodman get into his skin. Even in the fight, I saw a couple plays where the Bulls needed some energy, and Rodman to do something goofy. Like he'll trip up Karl Malone in the finals. Karl Malone. Now they both trying to get up, and it's like
And they both like tussling as they get
tussling,
out, and they fall back down.
Yeah. And it's like,
Draymond do that too.
Yeah, but those are like momentum plays. Like, you know what I mean? And I just feel like, you know, Rodman was consistently just leading the league at times and rebounding.
Yeah.
So I feel like he did something great. And a lot of teams that he's been on were like their best. Like, think about it. The Bulls had their best season ever with Dennis Rodman. The Detroit Pistons had their best years ever with Dennis Rodman.
So the season the Bulls won, what was that, 70, 71?
We got a caller right now. Caller, what's going on? This is Mel from Queens. Sports Talk. You here? I got a special guest, Richard. What's your name and where you calling from?
You know, Jay from Long Island, of course, coming through. Representing Mel from Queens.
Yo, what's good, Jay? Yo, thank you for calling, man. Being like a faithful caller, man. Calling in again. Like, let me hear you, man. Like, what's your take?
We got to talk. I hear y'all talking about Rodman. I think Rodman is a better overall player and defender than Draymond Green. I think what Rodman brought to the table, I don't think it was replaceable. To me, Draymond Green. People overrate what Draymond Green do because even when they win, his numbers are the same. When they lose, his numbers are the same. So he ain't really like. Just think about this. People talk about he's a great defender, right? But Luka was out there cooking them dudes. Right? Luka cooking them. Draymond Green didn't go out there and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna take over. Let me lock down." Like, you see how, like, Magic is still got no, but you see how Scotty made things tough for, Magic Johnson in the finals, right?
Yeah, let me ask you a question. So, matter of fact, because I want to talk about that when you finish, but go ahead, continue.
Right. And you look at, like, dudes be cooking Draymond. LeBron's cooking Draymond. Like, Kawhi, before Petrula, slid under his foot, was cooking them dudes, right? So people stay cooking Draymond. So who, like you said, Mel, who has Draymond really locked up or pressured up to the point where, like, yo, this dude solidified? Well, we could point to people where, like, Scotty locked up. We could point where Shaq struggled in a game and foul trouble on the bench, and he just made, like, life hell for dudes. Draymond's a good defender, but to me, they overrate his defense because they got to give people awards when you win it. Right? So we got to point to somebody else and say, look, there's outside of just Steph being who Steph is, we have to put, it's like how the Hawks was, right? When the Atlanta Hawks was going to like the Eastern Conference Finals, right? They didn't really have no great players, but because their record was good, which mostly because they was healthy all year, and other teams, you can have, like in the NBA, you could put 60 wins together if other teams got a bunch of injuries and your team is healthy most of the year. You could put 60 wins together, but then they got to throw out accolades of why y'all got 60 wins. Instead of these other teams being injured, they got to throw out accolades. Well, Al Horford is this, and Josh Smith is this, everybody, and Teague is this, right? So when I'm just saying that to say, like, when you look at Draymond Green, he's a very good player, and yes, they need him. But
now, Jay,
you keep. I don't want to
hold that thought for 1 second, right? Because I want to. I want us to respond, right? But we up against the clock, so we're gonna take a quick one. In a minute, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, right? And then once we take that commercial break, we're gonna pretty much. I'm gonna come back to you. We're gonna talk about what you just said.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes. We try to get another caller in, but give us a quick second while we go to this commercial break.
Make sure to download the WGJS Radio app from the Apple Store or from the Google Play Store.
All right, how you guys doing?
Wait, how'd you get your video like that? Is that 4K or something?
Right, you got us over here looking like a hot mess.
No, it's actually a powerful live streaming app for Mac called Ecamm Live. You know what? Let me show it to you real quick. So you're able to use your mirrorless camera as a virtual webcam, and you can tweak the colors right in Ecamm Live using their camera effects, and then bring this video right into Zoom, Google Meet, and pretty much any other virtual meeting app. You can even stream directly to Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn and bring in comments right onto the video. And you can customize the look, size, and position of the comments right in the app. Or you can even add your logo to the corner of your video, or yourself, or both. There are plenty of picture-in-picture styles to choose from if you're sharing your screen for a tutorial or doing a presentation. And it doesn't have to be live. You can use it to record a course and eliminate the need to have to edit it later, all in 4K quality. And if you got a green screen, you can set it up right in Ecamm Live, and you can bring that into your different meetings. If you're feeling fancy, you can move yourself into the corner of your frame to do a commentary or a reaction video. You can even add in video clips just by dragging and dropping it in. Pretty much everything's drag and drop. Y'all follow me? Okay, good. So if you want to step it up a notch, you can add some overlays to your video, whether it's a simple graphic or you want to have some titles or other info at the bottom of your screen. You can even add animated overlays like this one or this one. And with Ecamm Live's interview mode, you have full control over the look and feel of your broadcast. And you can add branded overlays to frame you and your guests and look like a real legit broadcast. And you can save each layout as a scene and switch between them with the press of a button. You know, these days between virtual meetings, school, live streams, we on video all the time. So you just want to show up in a way where you can be confident and proud of. And for me, Ecamm Live is at the center of it all. Did y'all get all that?
You were on mute.
But sometimes
Yo,
people
man,
see
we
things-
back.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm here with Dion. What's going on, man? All right, it's Rich Brother. We got the caller on the line. Yo, caller.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
Wizzy.
where you calling from and your name?
It's Wizzy. I'm calling from Miami. I told you that, like, I thought I told you that.
Oh, no, we was on commercial.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, hold on. But it's all good. What's going on, bro?
Oh, no. I was just listening to your joint. Like, one of my peoples linked me to y'all, and I think you're doing a great job on what y'all doing. I appreciate it. I just don't understand, homie, that was calling acting like Draymond just because he ain't dropping 30 or he ain't dropping triple doubles.
Yes.
Like, he ain't doing what he do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Draymond is the glue. So as long as you got some glue, or as long as you got a foundation, then you could build a house. So I think Draymond is the foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think what homie was saying, it really didn't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm gonna let Dion talk about it first, and I'm gonna
Copy.
address it because I'm gonna address that.
Well, I feel
All right,
like
go
you're
ahead.
100% right because you can't all have Steph Currys and you can't all have Klay Thompsons because somebody got to do the dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
And the glue part, I really agree with that because playing basketball myself, if you don't have a player that is the glue, the spark or something like that, you guys are not really like
That
gonna go
foundation.
anywhere.
You need that. You need that, brother.
Now here's my thing, right? I respect the glue guy, right? I don't disagree with that, right? But I feel like his role is exaggerated. Like, he's not like a Dennis Rodman. I feel like you don't need, like, let me say it like this. When Klay and Steph was injured, right?
Yeah.
Draymond was trash. He did nothing to help the team.
But let me just stop you right
Whoa,
there.
whoa, whoa,
When
whoa,
Draymond
wait.
was
Yeah.
injured
All right, go
and
ahead.
Steph was just playing, they were like fighting. They were doing the playing with the Warriors.
Well, they started.
And not with the Warriors, with the Lakers and lost.
Exactly.
Yeah, but listen.
Exactly.
But no, that was just one game though. I'm talking about you talking about like.
No. It wasn't
whole
one
year.
game. It wasn't one game.
It was that
It
whole
wasn't
year.
one game.
Yeah.
If Steph, Clay, or Dre
Wait.
is out,
I'll give-
they
let
don't
me-
go to the plate. They don't go
Wait,
as far
hold
as
up.
they can.
He-
So if you hold up.
Right.
I called you. You didn't call me, brother.
Wait, hold on.
You know what I mean?
That's the point. You called me, so I'm gonna let you live. Go ahead.
So I just want to say my part real quick,
Okay.
right? So what I'm saying is, if you got a tripod and one of the legs is broken, the tripod ain't gonna stand up straight. That's all I'm saying.
But,
So you can have Clay and Steph, but if you ain't got Dre, it ain't gonna work. If you can have Dre and Clay, it ain't gonna work. That's all I'm saying. You need all three legs for that tripod.
now, this is where I disagree because there's a difference to you having Steph Curry and he's getting you to a play-in game.
Yeah.
Right? At least he got you to a play-in game. If you got no Clay and no Draymond, if you got no Steph and no Clay, Draymond was trash. I'm not even trying to be funny. The Golden State was trash. They was like what? Then they get like a top pick, right? Last year they got a top.
Yeah, they got
a top draft pick.
It was. I think it was what, Wiseman. No, that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Who did they get? I don't know who they got this last draft.
It might have been Wiseman. But I'm just saying is that the point is that they pretty much helped Draymond Green out because they knew Draymond Green. So when it was maybe 40 games left in the season, they're gonna sit Draymond Green down so it don't look as bad. But when Draymond was out there, think about this: he didn't do anything to better his game in years. How has Draymond Green upgraded his game?
Well,
not scoring,
all right,
not rebounding, not assists. What is he doing?
Can I chime in for 1 second?
Okay,
I'm gonna make it quick. All right. So basically, we keep on talking about Draymond because he ain't dropping 40, ain't grabbing 10 assists, 10 rebounds, and all this other stuff. But me personally, I feel like if Draymond is getting the pass to Clay, that's getting the pass to Steph because he's so aware. If you I hear one of y'all, and I don't know which one of y'all, but one of y'all always talk about LeBron. So if you're talking about LeBron awareness, I feel Dre is the same thing. I feel like a Ginobili was the same thing. I feel like a Chris Paul was the same thing. But so at the same time, Chris Paul never won a ring. Yeah. Ginobili ain't gonna win a ring without Timmy and Tony and Kawhi and all those. It's just a LeBron is a different level. So of course he could do it. But if you telling me that these guys' IQ is so high when it comes to playing ball and finding out where your guys is at on the court, then you can't tell me that he's not important just because he's not dropping 30, 10 and 10 or 10 and 10 and 10, a triple-double. You can't – I don't understand.
Well, I'm gonna say, I know Dion, he agreed with you, so I'm going to let him say what he said, and then I'm going to jump in.
So I ain't going to lie, Mel. He's spitting facts because his IQ, to me, is not like a Luka or like a Jokic level, but it's to a certain point. Because, there's levels to certain things.
Right.
Like you said, LeBron on a different level, Mono,
Right.
So I'm going to say that Draymond is at a way above average level to the point where, when he's in the game, Steph, I feel like there's a pressure just relieved off Steph and Clay. Because even those, because they come in, they're like, okay, Draymond bring it up. I don't have to really worry about bringing it up. If Draymond get it at the top of the key in a half-court set, he going to dribble, he'll pound the ball a little bit, but he'll let it play go and tell direct and, and then throw the ball there. And it's just like.
I guess what I'm saying is that y'all comparing him playing with Steph and Clay.
Yeah.
You can't compare him playing with Steph and Clay to a guy like Chris Paul, who if he has I feel like personally Chris Paul's overrated, right? Me personally, right?
Yeah, I don't really like Chris Paul, but
I feel like he's overrated, right? But say he's still a great player, right? I just don't feel like he's a superstar. I just feel like he's not in the LeBron stuff, right?
I think him and James Harden kind of in the same category.
All right. Wait, hold on. Time out. So wait. Excuse me, guys. If you're saying Chris Paul is not a superstar and you're saying Draymond is not a superstar, so why can't you compare the two together?
Because I'm going to tell you, that's what I was getting to. The reason why you can't compare them, because you can put Chris Paul on the team with regular dudes. Mm-hmm. He's going to get you to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. He's going to get you to the play-in. He's going to get you to something. You could take some role players, you put them on the team, you're going to have a competitive team. You might not be a contender. You might not win the championship. You might just make the first round. You might not come short. I'm saying is, with Draymond Green and just say no Steph and Clay, the team is trash. We already saw it. It's like no debate. There's nothing he can add to the team, right, that could elevate the team. His game is not built that way. But because of the style and play of Clay and Steph, and what Jay was saying, I agree with Jay, is that they make Draymond look a little better. And because he get a chance to pass the ball, it's like you got to give him a role. It's like, how that kid, that bad kid is always batting, so he don't get a chance to do a lot of stuff. So you be like, okay, I'm gonna let you go on the trip. But if I let you go on the trip, you're gonna do this. Draymond, I'm not saying Draymond. Draymond is an exceptional role player, right? That's where it stops. Yeah. I feel like Dennis Rodman is a superstar.
I mean,
Chris Paul
I'm
is
not.
a star. Manu Ginobili is a star. Like those are dudes that they're not only scoring, they can just give you more.
But
they do something. What does Draymond?
I feel like Draymond makes winning plays.
Guys,
He plays winning
guys,
basketball. I'm gonna let you go, brother. I'm gonna
guys,
let you go.
no, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I'm not going because I disagree with everything that he's saying right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going because I got to take care of something.
Yeah.
But I really love what y'all doing with this show.
Yeah.
Continue to do great work, and I'm going to tune in as much as I can. I'm gonna put all my people on, and I'm gonna call back, and I'm gonna have my people's call back too, because we got a lot of debating to do. Because obviously somebody, I'm not going to say which one of you guys, but we already don't know what they're talking about. So I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all have a great day, okay?
Yo, appreciate it.
I gotta take care of something real quick.
All right. So let me say this. Thank you. All right. So all I'm saying is this, so you can understand what I'm saying, right? I'm not knocking Draymond, saying Draymond is trash.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's not important to the Golden State. He's very important to what they do, right? But what I'm saying is that outside of Golden State, the only team I feel like that Draymond could really have an impact on is maybe like a team like the Sixers. Right? Where he can go to the Sixers.
Yeah.
There's no other team that you can put Draymond on, and he's doing that. Like I don't feel like he's that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like he doesn't like do anything good. He does everything cool, and like I said, you don't. So that's why he's not at the star level or the superstar level. Where as far as if you got a player like Rodman. That can do what he does, but he's a dominant rebounder. You know you're getting 14, 15 rebounds a game, every single game or more, 20 rebounds. You know he's going to lead the league.
You got to deal with his personality, though.
Yeah.
That's the only
his
downside.
Yeah, but that's the same probably with Draymond.
Draymond been
not as
out of it. Yeah.
Not as bad. But I'm just saying, like, talent-wise, I just feel like Draymond is a hard worker, and he deserves his respect.
Yeah.
But I feel like Golden State, right now, they didn't have Draymond, just Andrew Wiggins, or you throwing somebody else in there. Like, say when KD came. If you traded Draymond for KD, they still went in the chip. Yeah. They still went in the chip.
I don't know, though, because there was Steph has openly came out and said, you know, he's a leader on the court just from his scoring, but, like, the vocal leader is Draymond. So I feel like, you know, KD sometimes get in that weird mode where he's like, all right, I don't really care anymore. And you've seen countless times of that whole season, Draymond yell in KD's face and tell him, get your stuff together. Let's go. We got to, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, the talent's there. It looks good on paper. Like, you know, teams look real good on paper.
Right.
Like, on 2K, they unstoppable. But, you know, in real life, I don't know. That glue guy really does. No, and he's a vet.
And what I'm saying is that I respect. So I would just call him a glue guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So... And he's very important to Golden State.
Extremely.
He's like just like, you know, I used to like when I used to watch teams back in, you know, just say some of the teams back in the days. As good as Michael Jordan was and Scottie Pippen was, you had B.J. Armstrong, John Paxson, Stacey King, Steve Kerr, 1 year, Scott Livingston,
Harper one time.
Ron Harper,
Ron Harper. You know what I mean? So you had players that. You know what I mean? You need those glue guys. You need those role players in order to be a success.
Let me add this one thing. You said, I'm sorry. You said if you take Draymond off of Golden State, or if you take Stephen Clay away from Golden State, Draymond is not doing anything. He's basically trash. But now, when Dennis Rodman was with the Pistons, they didn't really do anything.
I don't know about that because they were the bad boys.
But he really, when he left the Pistons, he left when they were still kind of okay.
Yeah.
They were still okay. So I really, like, am I going to say Rodman's going to carry a team? No.
He's going to help, though.
But I feel like what he does, he brings more to the table that can help. So if you got, like, another scorer and you got Rodman, at least you know you good for 14 rebounds a game. If you ain't got Stephen Clay, what can you say you can count on Draymond Green for? That's my argument to the caller or whoever. Like, how can you? What can you say he's going to bring to the table?
Okay, Draymond. Besides, if you take him off, right? Let's say he's on the Minnesota Timberwolves with Cat. This is a random team, and Anthony. You know.
Yeah.
I don't really know because the style of play that the Warriors play is so historical because they changed the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think in that system he would do good. So I can see what you're saying on that. But I think the recent caller was just trying to say like he should get his like flowers basically.
Oh yeah. And let me say this, like, you know, I respect the caller. Me, you don't have to agree with me. Like I want y'all to call in, state shit. Just come with the facts. You know what I mean? Come with your stats, and we go at it because at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff is opinion anyway. You know what I mean? It's debate, but the only thing we can't debate is the stats, the numbers. You know what I mean? We can't really debate like just say records, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got to take that into account. And sometimes people say, does stats say everything?
No.
Not all the time, because it's a thing that's called a hockey assist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I might make an excellent pass to you, like, you know what I mean? And you pass it to him.
And then he scores.
He scores. Yeah. But if it wasn't for my pass made all of that happen. Like, I mean, versus you just getting like a straight up assist and you doing it. So those role players and the things that they do, you know, are very important. But like I said,
now, do you think they should add more to the stat sheet?
Add more to the stat sheet?
Because I've been thinking about that. Because there's a lot of players that don't do traditional stuff in basketball.
Right.
Oh, it's traditional, but you know, like points, rebounds, like stuff like that.
Right.
Traditional stats. They do more stuff, like hustle points, and like you said, hockey assists.
Yeah.
Do you think they should add more stuff to that to get more recognition for those type of players?
I think they should because they do it anyway.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, like, and this is why we're gonna have one day. Hopefully, I can be here, call in or whatever. Because this is gonna be a topic. I feel like I don't really like these awards no more, like the MVP awards, All NBA awards, All Star Game awards. Because people are so biased, like somebody's always getting snubbed, right? And
almost every year.
Every year.
Because I feel like Embiid should have got it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people feel that way. So think about this, right? I was looking it up, right? In 1992, Jordan led the league in scoring, and he led the league in the steals, right? With 30-something points and maybe 2 steals. He got MVP, right?
Yeah.
In 93, he led the league in scoring. I think he led the league in steals again, but Charles Barkley got the MVP, and Charles Barkley averaged 25, 12, and 5. So my thing is like,
how do you
determine what MVP is? Like they determine, like they make stats up already. Like to me, I call the stats is like you can either do percentage or you can do total, right?
Yeah.
So if I get 1,000 rebounds for the season, that's 1,000 rebounds for the season, right? But let's say, and me getting 1,000 rebounds, it averaged out to me averaging 10 rebounds a game, right? That's a stat. But what they do a lot of times is when they do these awards and stuff, they make up stat. It's not really a stat. The youngest player to score 1,500 points at age 18,
I know
25, that's not a stat.
They always do that. Even with Trae Young,
the
first player to average most points and assists in college, and you know, like they did,
So my thing is that when does the bias stop? Because every year they can create a stat, and make it biased. That's how Jokic won this year. They said Jokic's the first player with 2,000 points or more,
and like 500
1,000 rebounds or more, and 500 assists. So here's my point: is this? Who was before that?
Exactly. No one knows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So for them to kind of create this is the part people don't want to talk about. For them to create a star, they have to create fake stats. They did it with Jordan, Bird, Matt. Like the first, I look like Steph Curry. He's up there with Larry Bird. He's in the 50-40, 50-40-90 club. What is that?
Yeah. I mean,
like that sounds good, right?
Yeah, it sounds good, but like
why can't you?
Because a bum that don't shoot as much could do that 50, 40, and 90.
Even if you want to stick to the 50, 40, 90, right? Who was before that?
No one knows.
Why they don't get it? So just say the person before that was 50, 39, 89. Why we wasn't like high like them? The first player to be 50, 39, 89.
I get what you're saying.
They don't do that.
If it was across the board, then okay, but like not just for just
So they
household
do that.
names.
They do that a lot to create a stat. But there's no consistency because Jokic was a number 6 His team was number 6.
Yeah.
You got Devin Booker, who's averaging 25, 5 and 5 for the regular season.
Yeah, he got snubbed.
The best record in the NBA.
Yeah.
How is he not the number leading candidate?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was there, right?
What about Embiid? What was his numbers at the end of the season?
30.
It was up there though.
Yeah, he was 30, like 12, and he was up to like 30 and 12.
And what, number 2 seed? Were they number 2?
They wasn't the number 4 seed.
They were number 4?
They number 4. Yeah, but here's the thing.
How come Jimmy Butler can't get that?
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
He's
like
number one seed.
I don't even think Jimmy Butler made All NBA.
And you know what's crazy? He's a dog.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
And like he got the scoring, the defense, he's a glue guy too. Like he does it all.
Yeah.
I personally think playoff Jimmy Butler is the best player.
Yo, playoff Jimmy Butler. Let's go there because we started the show. What Jimmy Butler has been doing, because remember in the bubble, he carried Miami to the final.
Bubble Jimmy Butler was different.
The year before that with the Sixers, 7 games. That's the best they've done.
Yeah.
In the Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid period, right?
And you know they try to put Tobias over him, right?
Exactly. Yo, I got some Sixers fans, man. I need y'all to call in.
They mad right now.
Stop playing around.
They
Matter of fact, we
now.
still got we got about another 8 minutes to go. So if you want to call in real quick and get your comment in, 347-410-8077, 347-410-8077. I'm here with Dion right now.
Yes, sir.
You heard Richard.
Yeah, real quick, you got a comment from J Dog. He said Iggy was the glue, not Draymond. That's Iggy.
I don't know. Iggy, I don't know about that. Because Iggy was good.
Okay.
Because Iggy was the guy guarding LeBron. He wasn't the glue. He wasn't the guy getting in Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, or Kevin Durant's face. Because Iggy, he'll just do his little stuff. He'll sit on the bench, say a little bit. Like you see even now in his little street clothes, he'll say a little bit. But the glue guy
so I would say this. I agree and I disagree because Iggy hit a lot of big 3-point shots.
That doesn't make you the glue guy.
And
Steve Kerr.
No, I'm not. Okay.
Big shots.
Yeah, I mean, he hit big shots. He guarded players, right? Now, here's my question, right? When you want to talk about politics, right?
Yeah.
Agenda. How did Iggy win the Finals MVP over Steph? He didn't deserve it.
He was playing defense on LeBron, and that's how they got it.
Okay, so here's my thing is, right? Okay, fine. If you want to take America, whoever, you know what I mean? Wherever you are.
Yeah.
If you want to hold that stance that
I don't think
Iggy deserved the Finals MVP because he made he guarded LeBron, right, for the most of the series, and people may say when he guarded LeBron, he struggled and all that stuff, and that made a difference, even though LeBron probably averaged like, what, 50? Almost that series? Like, that Finals, he averaged. So if that's the case, why did Scottie Pippen get robbed of the Finals MVP in 91?
Okay.
So we're going to say it like this. Scottie Pippen in 91 was probably one of his best finals ever.
Yeah.
Game 1, Magic Johnson, that's why we want to talk about defenders. He's posting Jordan up like, come on, little man, get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, he posted him up. He looking over Jordan. He's making his passes. He's getting his assists. He's doing sky hooks. He pretty much had control over the game. Game 1, the game was on the line. Jordan missed the shot, but Magic made a great play. I think he passed it to Perkins, not Perkins. The other
Kareem.
No, Kareem was already gone.
Thompson.
No, it was the Perkins, but it wasn't. I gotta remember his name, but he was a shooter. The big man used to play with the Lakers. He was the center.
I don't remember.
I'll get his name.
Yeah. Rick, you know?
Okay.
But
my point is that Scottie Pippen, after game 1, he became the primary defender on Magic Johnson. Completely changed the series. The Lakers never won a game again.
That's true.
So how is he not? How is he not the Finals MVP?
I get your argument.
Because you know what I mean. So that's what I'm saying when we talking about like the media being the media being biased, making up stats, things like that. That's the reason why I have an issue with that. What's your take on that?
I don't agree with that award, so I'm with you on that.
Okay.
Because, like you said, it's not fair across the board. You know,
Sam Perkins, my bad. Sam Perkins.
Okay. So it's not fair across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you know, I get it. He did play on LeBron, but LeBron was going to score. He's going to get his regardless.
Right.
I feel like the most valuable player is the person who's putting you in winning positions. Like Steph Curry, definitely scoring over the threes. And when a lot of people don't know this, well, they do, but not too many. When you shoot the ball so good from so deep, the defense comes up. They don't sag down, and it opens up the paint. The court is already big as itself.
Right.
But it's when you get those players to come up on that and them high screen pick and rolls, the whole offense is just like so much easier.
Yeah.
And the backdoor cuts are easier because people are up here. So I feel like Steph Curry, puts them in a lot of winning situations and gives them a lot of chances.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But I mean, like, do you feel? Because Steph Curry, he still averaged like 25, almost 26 that series.
Yeah.
Like 6 and 5.
Yeah, very consistent.
But because Iggy did it, guarded LeBron. That's what I'm saying. Like these media narratives.
But I think also too in that series, I don't think Steph was as dominant as the regular season.
But that's he got keyed in on,
right? That's
which
what I'm
opened
saying.
it up for other people, and that's why I was saying, like, since he could shoot so well and he could get by people so well and finish so well, it's like you have to respect it. Both players have to respect it off those high pick and rolls, and then like now you have somebody in the corner like Klay Thompson, corner specialist. Then you got Draymond rolling to the paint, and they had who they have? Was it JaVale or was it Zaza that year?
They had Bogut. Did they have Andrew Bogut?
Andrew Bogut. Andrew Bogut. Who is Andrew Bogut? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is he?
Right.
And then he just became just like a dominant force from like Steph Curry or somebody finding him in the paint scoring.
And they had Harrison Barnes at the time.
Harrison.
Too.
Okay, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes guarded LeBron too. So why is he not getting it?
Right.
I always felt we gonna get off topic for a little bit. I always felt Harrison Barnes was
we got about 2 minutes, y'all.
A major contributor to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, facts.
Because he was defensively sound, he could shoot the ball, and he just played his role so perfectly.
Facts.
And I always felt like he got snubbed of. They traded him, and then he kind of got forgotten about. But I feel like he's very.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so let me ask you guys another question too, since we got a little time left. The Brooklyn Nets, they got swept.
Oh man, here we go.
What's
he know that's my team. He know. He know.
I'm gonna
say that. What you think they should do? Trade, add players? What you think?
I'm gonna say this. I made if y'all go back and watch my post from Thursday, my thing was pay Kyrie.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. Because the reason why I say pay Kyrie is because you with a full season with him and Durant healthy and stuff like that, I think it would make a difference. I don't blame Kyrie. We got like a minute, so we probably won't have too much. But it was embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
Yeah, it was very embarrassing. They got
two best scorers. Two best scorers.
Yeah.
And when we say two best scorers, we're not saying the best shooter. We're saying all around the two best all around players ever to do it.
Yep. Yo, I thank y'all, man, for tuning in to Mel from Queens Sports Talk. Yeah, we here at WGJSradio.com. Thank you for my special guest, Dion.
Yo.
Special guest, Richard.
Yes, sir.
Yo, you in Queens, we about to head down to Hollis Avenue and come out, man. If you want some food, every Saturday this month, Sister Sharon's been serving the community. You don't have to be homeless or poor or anything like that. But if you need food, come get it. But if you just want a fellowship, find out more about God's Gospel Cafe, come through. Also, if you need the space to book an event, you need a publisher to publish a book or, help with music and things, reach out to the Lux Library. They have a lot of things going on over there that can help. So, thank y'all for listening. We're going to be back at it again Monday at 12 noon. And also Thursday at 12 noon, but it's going to might be like podcast style, but we're going to be live next Saturday again. But, thank y'all for listening. Mel from Queens Sports Talk. Thank you again for my guest.
Yes, sir, no
Dion,
doubt.
Thanks, Rich. Thanks for the callers. And thanks for everybody tuning in, y'all. Appreciate it.
time move here, Gary.
Talk about elevating and linger. Jermaine Griffin says, well, if Kobe can't do it, maybe it's my turn to take over. I'm the second leading scorer on this team.